And I, for one, as a Muslim, believe that the white man is intelligent enough. If he were made to realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are without that old compromise and sweet talk. Stop sweet talking him. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire and burn down.
Kyle! Why would you say that about me?
I call it like I see it.
So asking you a question makes me a sellout?
I don't need this drama.
What did I do to you?
Nothing except ask a dumb question. Your question alone tells me you're not down. These cops have been hunting down black people every day.
So asking you to elaborate and to explain your findings made you talk about my family like that in front of the class?
Why do I gotta explain stuff to you? Look, these killings are all over the news.
But there's breaking news tonight in the shocking case of an unarmed African-American man who died after being handcuffed and then pinned to the ground by Minneapolis police.
That major outrage this morning after a behavioral therapist was shot by an officer after he held his hands in the air, lying on the ground, his patient with autism sitting right nearby.
Mom, get back! Mom! 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 You have to get back!
What those networks broadcast is obvious, but to say an entire profession is evil because of a select group of men is where I'm lost.
The news got that from somewhere. Look, this is happening, and a change is needed, and a change is needed now.
Was nearly over when the first shots rang out. In the end, 11 officers were shot. 5 of them were killed, police say, by 2 snipers.
Kyle, there are 330 plus million people in this country. The murderers and the maybe murderers not caught is nowhere near 300.
I'm gonna stop you right there. My uncle was beat half to death by the police.
17 other so-called police bystanders at the beating scene will not be indicted.
My neighbor died on a surgery table from a botched surgery. Should all doctors be locked up?
It's different. That only happened to your neighbor.
And you believe that my neighbor was the only American in the history of American medical science to die from a botched surgery? Or maybe because CNN or Fox didn't put it on the news, it doesn't happen a lot?
Why are you always taking up for these cops?
My dad, my uncles, and my older brothers are cops, and none of them ever hurt or abused anyone.
So the officer attempted CPR, but when that didn't work, he put the baby in his squad car and rushed to the hospital, getting there within seconds. We got to talk to the officer last night about what was going through his head at the time.
Look, you're pretty, light-skinned. You don't gotta worry about them coming for you.
You're light too.
Yeah, but I'm a male. So that's just a byproduct of even more hatred towards me.
The biggest enemy is short-minded people like you that just want to see the community burn down because they can't survive in it. If I can't have a W, no one will have a W.
You are a weirdo, like I said. Look, I'm gonna wait for a ride somewhere else. I don't want a MAGA hat coming after me or your cop family putting a knee on my neck.
Everything is made in the United States of America. The fabric, the cord, the visor, the poly snap, the woven label. Everything is made in the U.S.
Hands up. Don't shoot.
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot!
This has been the drama since I was a kid in school. You would think us adults would have figured this out by now.
Kyle is a prick, Dr. Freeman.
Yes, I see how you've come to that conclusion, Brittany. Do you think you were nice to him?
I didn't make fun of his family like he did mine.
No, you didn't. I applaud you for that. You know, Brittany, the biggest problem in this country, in our community, and the school for that matter, is a lack of empathy. Both you and Kyle were actually more focused and concerned on being understood instead of understanding. Both of your life experiences are real to the both of you, but your life experiences aren't the complete experience of the country. I know Kyle's family. His uncle was a victim of illegal police violence. His family sued and they want to settle.
Today, the city of Louisville, Kentucky said it will pay its largest settlement ever in a police misconduct case.
See, justice has prevailed.
Brittany, sometimes obtaining justice is not a balm to heal mistrust, betrayal, or abuse. I want you to understand that. But on the other hand, I've met your father. He volunteers at our Boys to King mentorships. And sometimes his brother or your uncle comes to help out as well. Your father wholeheartedly loves our community. He takes pride in it.
That's why we moved out here, because his last station was doing bad things.
Yeah, and the county transferred him here. There's nothing but sweet harmony from the brave men in your family who would do anything to protect us. Even Kyle. Brittany, Kyle generalized you, and you generalized him. Kyle doesn't want the world to burn. He wants the pain that cop who hurt his uncle, he wants that pain to burn away. And you do not and will not defend a bad officer.
Thank you, Dr. Freeman. I get it. I so get it.
I'm sure you do. Even though it would be great ratings for CNN and Fox to broadcast the country burning, we have to deny them that opportunity. It's not up to them or the government for us to take care of each other.
Facts, Dr. Freeman. You spit in bars.
You have a good night, Brittany.
You too.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. Yeah, I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
Coming back for more? At least you're consistent.
Kyle, I'm sorry. I don't want to fight you.
Huh?
I didn't know about your uncle. There's not enough money to compensate for the pain that so-called cop caused your family. And for that, I'm sorry. You're my neighbor. I don't want to fight you. All we have is each other. Yes, I come from a family of law enforcement. But if you want to know, my dad is actually a good guy. He reported all of the bad officers at his last station. That's why we moved it over here.
Damn, I didn't know.
I'm learning that there's a lot that we don't know about each other because we're always so focused on yelling at each other instead of growing from each other.
Facts. It's true. Brittany, that was messed up what I said about you. I'm sorry. You were just asking a question.
Homies?
My girl, we homies.
Do you want to visit my dad? He helps at the Boys to Kings workshop that Dr. Freeman hosts. He's the one that made the ribs that we had on Friday.
Word?
Word.
Any more?
Plenty.
Mom! I'm going down the street.
Okay, Kyle. And don't be hiding